Hi, welcome to this week's Fundraising Friday. You've probably heard that the best person to ask someone to make a gift to support your project is someone that they already know. Often that means getting a volunteer involved and asking them to either introduce someone to you or your project, or sometimes to actually make an ask of someone to support your project and make a financial contribution. So how can you best prepare your volunteers to be effective solicitors on your behalf? First of all, you want to make sure that they are intimately involved in your project. You want to make sure you're explaining the project to them, why it's important, and how it's going to benefit the clients that you serve. Second, they should already be invested in your project. By that I mean they should have already made a major gift. And a major gift is defined as something that's major to them, something that is very meaningful to them. It might be $100, it might be $1,000, it might be $10,000. That depends on your volunteer. Third, make sure that they have good information about the person that they're going to be soliciting. You want to tell them the background with your organization. Are they a volunteer? Are they a donor? How often have they donated? Unless it's a board member, and even them you want to be very careful, you probably don't want to share donor information. If you're telling them how much this person gives, then they might be afraid that you're also sharing that information about them to others in your organization. So instead, I would be more inclined to say, hey, I recommend you ask this person for a gift of $5,000 that they could pay over the next 3 to 5 years. That's in line with the kind of giving that they tend to give to this organization. Finally, give them the tools that they need to have a successful solicitation. Those are things like, obviously, email, phone number of the person they're going to be calling, but also copies of organizational materials. Do you have a brochure? Do you have a copy of the case statement? Pledge cards. Make sure that they have the tools they need once they solicit and secure that gift to follow up. And last but not least, make sure they know how to follow up, that they should be sending that information to you and to whom to get it to and by what deadline if there's a deadline. That's this week's Fundraising Friday. Thanks. Have a great weekend.